Happy Friday! It's Brian Mudd. This is my cheat sheet for Friday, April 27th. There's good news for all of us going forward in Amazon's earnings report. Now, I'm not going to get into some potentially boring talk about Amazon's earnings report, but it was what ended up driving them to great success in the first quarter and caused blowout numbers that will help their stock quite a bit. That is instructive for all of us going forward. Kindle Fire, the first tablet released by Amazon in the fall last year that drove holiday sales for them. They did something that no other electronic company had done with a major technological release. They loss-led with it. They actually sold the Kindle Fire by design at a loss. They lose about $2 every time they sell one to you over what they can create them for at wholesale. And they did it with one very important reason in mind. Just like the grocery store that offers the buy one get one free things and will loss lead just to get you through the store because they know that you'll fill your basket with other things they can make money on. Amazon ended up knocking the cover off the ball by selling ebooks, by people buying apps from their app store and engaging in more commerce through their tablet, their Kindle Fire, that it caused them to make a ton of money in the first quarter and very importantly, show that you can loss lead consumer electronics. That's going to put enormous price pressure on all competitors, and now that they've seen that they can do this with tablets, well, smartphone prices are likely to come down in the future as well. And Apple can even play in this game too. Yes, they have all kinds of pricing power because they're Apple, but we know that over the course of time, consumer electronics always become cheaper as technology develops and there's more competition. It's just happening very quickly right now, and Amazon led the way for all of us to get to partake in cheaper electronics in the future. Let me move over to personal incomes real quick. Personal incomes. There's a chilling piece out by a top economist from Bloomberg that discusses personal incomes, and he said we are in an unprecedented decline in personal incomes, what he calls a collapse. It's the first time in United States history that more than 3 years after a recession, we haven't seen the overall jobs return to the previous levels, or incomes for that matter. He said we're now at 50 plus months and counting since the recession began, and we're not even close. We know that unemployment is over 8%, in real terms it's over 9%, underemployment is in the neighborhood of 18 or 19%, and the average person that lost their job during the recession from the beginning, that being a period of November 2007 through last year, even when they find new work, they're only making about 65% of what they were in their previous job. Add into that inflation, which makes that 65 cents on the dollar feel more like 50 cents on the dollar, and you have an overall quality of life that's just on the decline in the United States of America. It doesn't paint a pretty picture, does it? Let me actually put a little more optimistic turn on this. There are plenty of issues today, and the wage deflation in certain industries is real. Here's the bigger issue. The jobs that have been coming back are largely led in the service sector. We know those tend to be lower paying. You're not going to see wage incomes across the board look better until you see the finance sector and housing come back. Real estate jobs, when the real estate market is doing very well, are high-paying jobs. Finance jobs, mortgage brokers, bankers, those white-collar positions tend to make a lot of money. Until those industries come back to healthy levels, you're unlikely to see real incomes return to healthier levels that we saw before. So it's not all gloom and doom news out there. Plus, I'm optimistic on housing. Cost of owning a car. Did you know? We all know that it costs a lot more to own a larger car than a smaller one. But per year, the difference between the average small car and the average full-size SUV is nearly $5,000 now. It costs 67% more to operate a full-size SUV than a smaller car. $6,700 on the small car per year versus $11,300 for the full size. I've got the complete breakdown of all the different car sizes and the cost to own them on my cheat sheet. Worth looking at before you make your next new car purchase. And I'll leave you with summer airfare. Domestic summer airfare, right now if you buy it, is 3% more than it was this time last year. International, up huge, up 20% year over year. And here's the thing, we're likely to see more price increases before we get into the summer. So book your summer travel plans before Memorial Day, or else you'll probably end up paying more still. That is the cheat sheet for today. Enjoy your weekend. We will see you on Monday.